We're in the age of bullying and misinformation.
Another day for the history books today from Donald J. Trump. An astonishing display from him in the White House today. Donald Trump meeting with the president of South Africa and attempting to ambush and humiliate that leader inside the Oval Office. But what he did instead was embarrass and humiliate the people of the United States of America again. In his meeting with President Ramaphosa, Trump peddled unsubstantiated claims of genocide in South Africa of white South Africans, a group that ruled during apartheid in South Africa. It is a fringe conspiracy theory pushed by the likes of Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, and David Duke, the former Grand Wizard of the KKK. So next, Trump asked his staff to dim the lights and roll in a television. Once the lights were dimmed and the television was there, they played a video that Trump claimed showed evidence of genocide against white farmers. Here's the reality as reported by the New York Times. Quote, there have been killings of white South Africans, but police statistics show they are not killed at a higher rate than other South Africans. And while the South African government did pass a law permitting the government to take land without compensation, the process is subject to judicial review. President Ramaphosa did his part to fact-check Donald Trump in real time. He added that he didn't even recognize some of the locations in the video. Here's what he had to say.
Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people.
If you hear about a potential conspiracy theory that Tucker Carlson and David Duke, former head of the Ku Klux Klan, and you think to yourself, oh, Jiminy Willikers, that sounds like it's the truth. I don't trust your opinion. I don't. If you have David Duke saying that there was a mass unaliving of the white population in South Africa, I don't, you might want to question that. You might want to double check. You might have ulterior motives. You might have some bias. But then again, this is from the same guy that believes that those MS-13 markings are indeed real.
He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
Oh, he had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshopped. So let me
That was Photoshopped. Terry, you can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. But I picked you, Terry, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
Right, we'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture. We'll
and you think it was Photoshopped? Well,
here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them.
Oh, and if you're curious, the white population that they are speaking of, these Afrikaners, apparently were a big contributor to apartheid in South Africa. If you don't know what apartheid is, there you go. It was probably one of the most discriminatory government and economic systems to date. They put them all to shame. Read Trevor Noah's book if you don't believe me. Listen to Trevor Noah talk about that. If you think you know somebody that's the big R word, they were like the tippy top. Oh, and if you wanted to know even more, you know, Elon Musk, when he was staring at the South African president, just keep in mind, his father indeed has those Afrikaner roots. So, maybe some more bias, maybe some more misinformation. Does Trump know or care about all that? I don't know. That's a good question. Hard to tell for me, because sometimes it seems he just kind of takes in the information from whoever he thinks he likes or he can trust, and then just throws it back out to other people as if it was gospel. Or he's weaving a tale. It's one of the two. Neither's good. What makes it worse for me is the bullying. The guy just hammers on people. Do you guys remember?
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No, you've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that
thank
there,
you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on
I
over there.
understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low on
know.
soldiers. Listen, you're
Please,
running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now,
It almost doesn't even matter if he believes it or not. I've noticed this about him, and he has this ability where if he says it's true, no matter what it is, he will get people to believe him. Enough people. I'm sure there'll be people on here responding, saying, "Oh, they'll make whatever kind of excuse." I've witnessed it several times when I make these posts. And if he feels like he's not getting his point across, he'll just hammer on him and hammer on him and hammer on. You know, the more I see him interact with people in that way, the more I think about what they told us all in school. I'm sure you've all heard of it. How do you deal with bullies? I thought that was just going to be a thing in school, but it's not. They were preparing us for this. Don't bow down to his point of view. Double check it. Verify it. The only thing that's weird to me, and I don't know enough about this, you let me know in the comments, is apparently their government is attempting to pass a law where they can seize farmland without compensation. I don't quite understand that. I don't want to assume. No, it's being challenged legally right now, which is fine. And I know there's a lot of bad blood between Africans, both white and black, apartheid again. But to claim that there's a genocide going on, I don't know if that word will get me knocked down or not. We'll see what happens. As a matter of fact, white South Africans still have it very good over there. Spread the word. Don't let them force their point of view on you. And we do know for sure the only reason why Donald Trump even cares about these people is because he's been paid to by Elon Musk. He wouldn't even know anything about them if it wasn't for him. Stand up to bullies and show the world what they're doing. Show them all. Okay, I'm off my soapbox.